Okay, today I'm going to give you my bias as to why I think Bitcoin is still going to hit and probably go through its all-time high before the halving happens. Now, first and foremost, if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you smash the like button. Obviously, make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on the notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. We're going to jump right into it, and we're going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. I'm going to give you all my reasoning and basis behind what I'm going to be saying and why. Okay, now first things first. We just saw that yesterday, Bitcoin, and actually today, Bitcoin kind of went up and touched that all-time high mark, which is right around the 69,000. Well, on crypto.com, I saw it go up to about 69.4. And then I believe there was another exchange where it went up. And today it actually went up on almost every single exchange and went up above the 69K level. So about 69.2, 69.3. So we're right there at the all-time high. We got a massive rejection. I'll actually present the screen and show you exactly what I'm talking about, because our massive rejection came in the form of like a almost $6,000 shed. And if you look at it right here, we hit right here about 69,000. Boom, all the way down to 63K. And I think the lowest we've gone right now was about 62.7. Now, there's a reason this is happening, okay? And I want to bring a couple of things to light. First thing we're going to talk about are the Bitcoin ETFs. Second thing we're going to talk about is why are the alts pumping when Bitcoin's falling, and why weren't they pumping as hard whenever Bitcoin was rising? And then the third thing I want to talk about is where I see it going from here, right? Now, the halving is coming up, and historically speaking, we do see a run up right before the halving, and then we see a massive run after the halving, okay? The halving being when the block rewards get cut in half for miners, okay, at a certain block level. And that's usually pretty cyclical, about 4 years, and it lines up pretty well most of the time with the bull runs, okay? Now, the Bitcoin went up from, I think it was about 60K, ran up all the way to about $69,000, okay? Why did this happen? Well, this entire bull run has essentially been sparked by the ETFs, the BTC ETFs that got approved for BlackRock, Fidelity, 21 shares, everybody, right? There was like 9 or 12 of them, something along those lines. Now, here's my point. They have been buying more. There was a record set. It was like $7.7 billion that BlackRock and all of the other ETFs bought in like a day. So it was pretty crazy. And if you think about it in terms of volume, someone actually went and did the math. I was on Around the Blockchain the other day, and somebody on there, Crypto Blood, so shout out Crypto Blood, he did the math. And there was about 9,000 Bitcoin worth of Bitcoin being bought every single day by these Bitcoin ETF issuers, right? There's only 900 Bitcoin or around that comes on the market every day through mining. So that means they're buying 10x what most people, or what the miners are actually bringing into the market. And most people don't want to sell their Bitcoin. Now, why is Bitcoin the one that's pumping like the largest and there's been the most volume on it? I think that has to do a lot with the Bitcoin ETFs. Now, is that going to continue into the future? Absolutely. So now that they have kind of got it in full effect, I think it is going to continue to go on an upward trajectory. What I do see happening, and this happens in a lot of bull runs, in every bull run, but I see it happening more so in this bull run for a reason. The alts are going to pump harder than Bitcoin is. Why? First off, it takes more money to push Bitcoin up, but there's a lot of money coming into Bitcoin. So that's not really something that you have to worry about. Is there going to be a lot of money coming into Bitcoin? Absolutely, because the Bitcoin ETFs, these trillion-dollar asset managers coming in, pumping billions in every single day, right? That's not going to be an issue, in my opinion. The reason why I see the alts pumping is because when those issuers, the Bitcoin ETF share issuers, are coming in and buying 9,000, 10,000, 20,000 Bitcoin in a day, right? Where are they getting it? If miners aren't selling it to them, they're getting them from retail. So that means that the retail people are now selling out of their Bitcoin. Maybe they don't want to do that. Most people don't, but they'll sell at these all-time high prices because a lot of people have been riding these profits. Now, there's a reason we just saw a 10% shed in the matter of just a few hours from whenever we hit the all-time high. That's because a lot of people are profitable from whenever they were buying at $40,000. 40,000, wrote it up to almost 70,000. Boom. Let's take our profits. Now, the reason I say that altcoins are going to probably pump harder than Bitcoin is, and I say this with a grain of salt because my company and me personally, we have exposure to altcoins way more than we have exposure to Bitcoin. So we want to see ETH pump. We want to see the ETH ETF get approved and see this happen to ETH as well. But I see it happening because all those people that sold their Bitcoin where are they going to put that money? They're not just going to leave it on the sidelines in a depreciating asset like USD, right? Or any other fiat currency for that matter. They're going to put it into altcoins. Okay. So that's why you'll see whenever Bitcoin's going down, those altcoins are starting to pump because people are selling their Bitcoin and then they're pumping it into these altcoins. Okay. So for these reasons is why I think that Bitcoin is going to continue pumping, but then the alts are going to soon follow. So if you're looking for good positions to get into, this is not financial advice. This is my opinion. Okay. I love ETH. Okay. I think ETH is really solid. I think Avalanche is very solid. I think Solana caught a bad rap during the FTX fiasco, and they are actually a pretty good place to put your money. And then also I like Polygon as well. And I think a lot of people are going to agree with this. XRP is probably a good thing to have exposure to, at least at this point, if you're not just buying only and solely Bitcoin. So with all that said, I see the bull run continuing. I see people pumping more money into Bitcoin. I see it becoming more of a worldwide thing than it is, or than it was in previous bull runs, because the BlackRocks, Fidelities, the 21 shares, the Vanguards, the Grayscales, they're all talking about it. They're all investing in it, and they're all issuing shares in these ETFs on Bitcoin. So I see Bitcoin kind of going up and that bull run continuing and going absolutely crazy to a parabolic state that we could see Bitcoin double up like relatively quickly. And it's already done like a 67 to 75% upswing just from 40K whenever we were doing like the whole speculative ETF approval stuff. And then bam, we're already up to 70K within a matter of like a month. That's pretty crazy. It's very substantial. So I would just say keep all of these things on your radar. And with that being said, if you like content like this, obviously make sure that you smash the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on the notification bell, comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what altcoins you're bullish on. If you're only buying Bitcoin, tell me why. Where do you think Bitcoin's going in the future? And I will see you all in the next video and hopefully in the comments section below. Peace, everybody.